You know, Senator Blackburn and I have a bill which is called the TRAIN Act, and it's trying to address this question of artistic content being used. And, you know, we've got a celebrated author here, and it would protect you. But what I appreciate about you being here, Mr. Baldacci, is there's a lot of folks who are aspiring to be David Baldacci. There's a lot of artists aspiring to be a Taylor Swift, and it's the folks who've made it that are in a position to advocate. And it's not, I don't think, going to benefit you, but it's going to benefit artists who have so much to contribute, even though they're not yet discovered. And, you know, this is the reality. This is where I think the chairman is really right. The AI companies need content, so they don't care where it comes from. It's just a voracious, insatiable appetite. And they're going to go into copyrighted material. And we just know that, and to suggest they won't, I think, is naive. And the question in the burden here is that is going into copyrighted material. And the artist has the right to have that copyright respected. The burden is that, how do you know they used it? That's the whole point of the TRAIN Act, where if there is copyright infringement, a reasonable assertion of that and suspicion of it is going to require disclosure on the part of the AI platform. So I wanted to ask a little bit about that. And I'll start with you, Mr. Baldacci. Do you have any suspicion that some of your works have been used to train AI systems?
I have been told, and I've been shown a database, and it's part of I'm part of a class action lawsuit against the AI community, and I think they've conceded that they've taken at least 44 of my novels and fed them into their large language models.
I mean, that's astonishing. Literally, you've got 44.
Well, at least they didn't take them all, so that was nice.
Just wait.
I know.
And so you don't know for sure, and the only way you're going to find out is hopefully through this class action litigation that you're part of.
Well, I certainly learned that when my son put in ChatGPT, that ChatGPT was intimately familiar with my entire body of work because it was able to throw out, you know, plot lines that took from many of my novels. So someone had to feed my novels into ChatGPT, otherwise it could not have created that response.
You know, we just can't allow that. You know, that's just really wrong. Thank you. So we're in agreement here that we need some reforms here to protect the artist. Mr. Smith, you know, music, it's the same situation. And, you know, our music industry is so important. It's not, you know, using the word industry is wrong. Music is so important. It really helps people get a sense of who they are. It helps people connect. And it's across political divisions. That's what's one of the inspiring things about the incredible contributions that musicians provide to our society. And can you just explain what the dangers are of allowing AI models to freely train off copyrighted works?
Sure, there are multiple dangers. What we've seen in the early piracy research is that Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8 is actually a really good idea. Giving artists incentives to create actually yields more creation, and when artists' incomes are lowered through piracy, they have lower incentives to create. I think we see the same thing here, both directly by participating in these pirated networks. The generative AI companies are making it easier for other people to steal. But then indirectly, they're also making it harder for licenses to be signed. Mr. Baldacci talks about signing licenses, but when you sign a license with a generative AI company, you're signing with a gun held to your head because they can say, either sign what I'm offering or I'm going to go steal it instead.
Wow.
That's trouble.
That's the adhesion contract that good lawyers like Senator Hawley still remember from law school days. No, but explain that a little bit more, because, you know, this is where I think all of us have some real appreciation for young artists. They have a vision that there is something inside them that they can express and that it will make a difference to people who hear it or people who read it. And they start out against their parents' will most of the time, right? Because it's not an income-producing, promising career. and a lot of them don't succeed commercial success, but they actually are contributing in a local community to a sense that helps develop our culture and helps create respect for the creative process and helps create respect that there's other things than the career path that some of us up here have followed, where you can make a real contribution and a meaningful contribution. So this is the concern I have about how this AI and the grabbing it is going to make it tougher for those folks against great odds to keep at it. So maybe you could just, from your experience, talk a little bit about how it would adversely impact any chance they have of being able to pay their bills at the end of the month while they're trying to create inspirational music for the benefit of all of us.
Yeah, I deeply share that concern, Senator, and it's based on peer-reviewed academic research showing that creative output goes down when piracy is allowed to flourish. I worry that the future David Baldaccis of the world won't get through that hump, and we won't get to appreciate their creative output if we allow piracy to continue to be used to train these generative AI models.
Well, thank you. My time is just about up, but I just want to express my gratitude to each of the witnesses. I didn't have a chance to speak with you, but I think this is an extraordinarily important issue.